Hello, and welcome to another Honkai style video. Jingliu's rerun is coming up very soon, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing whether she is still worth pulling for or not. If you want my simple opinion, then I'd say yes, she is still worth pulling for 100%. But if you don't want to just take my opinion and want more information to make an informed decision, then continue to watch the rest of the video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. When Jingliu came out, she was absolutely broken. She was the top DPS and she has been for a
Danger.
while. She only recently got bumped down to number 2 with the release of Akira. But even at E0S0, she was by far the strongest DPS in the game for a long time. And none of the other
Danger.
DPSs except Dan Hung IL even came close. But with the release of Acheron, she has become number 2. But even then, she is still extremely strong. She is still very relevant in the meta. And with all of the current
Danger.
content, she is strong enough even at E0S0 to basically brute force endgame content like MOC 12, even if the enemies aren't weak to ice. So yeah, she is pretty strong and still has a
Danger.
very high spot in the current meta. Now the next point we're going to be talking about is how easy she is to build. Jingliu is first of all extremely FTP friendly, meaning that she is very much broken at E0 S0. She can use the free-to-play light cones, the one in her shop that you can S5 for free. That works great on her as well. Also, the main thing that makes her easy to build is the fact that she has up to 50% crit rate built into her kit. So basically, how that works is that her talent gives her up to 50% crit rate when she enters her enhanced state. It's 50% crit rate at talent level 10 and lower at lower levels, so it's up to 50%. But if you get it to 10, which you should, you get 50% crit rate for free whenever she enters the enhanced state, which you will be doing very often. So she just gets 50% crit rate for free, which means you only need around 30 to 40% crit rate on her. You can invest into other stats like crit damage, so you can have an insanely high amount of crit damage on her because you don't need a lot of crit rate. And also her team comps are pretty play friendly as well. The best partner for her is Hella. Any other characters that provides defense shreds is also good with her. And Tingyun is also good with Jingliu as well because she can give her more energy so she can use her ultimate, which allows her to stay in her enhanced state longer and do more damage. I'm not going to go over all of
Danger.
her potential team comp, but for now, just remember her team comps are also pretty player friendly. Now, for this part, we're going to be talking about the main concern, which is the power creep. Now, of course, Liu has been power crept by Akira, who came out and well, she was just more broken than Jingliu, so she's now the number 1 damage dealer, and Jingliu is now the number 2. That being said, Jingliu is still so very much broken that if he gets power crept to the point where she becomes irrelevant in the meta, that means either the characters are so broken that they're just one-shotting endgame content, where I doubt it will be very fun, or they raise the level of endgame content to an extremely high level where Jingliu is
Danger.
incapable of clearing. And if they do that, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do it they're not gonna do it too soon, because if they raise the difficulty that much that fast, because like I said, Jingliu is strong enough to currently even brute force the endgame content even if the enemies are not weak to ice. So if they bump up the difficulty of endgame to the point where she goes from being able to brute force it and ignore mechanics to the point where she can't clear it, then that is an insane level of
Danger.
increase in difficulty And if they do that too fast, then I don't think that's going to be a good thing. So I don't think we are going to be doing that anytime soon, if at all. So I don't think a character like Jingliu will become irrelevant. Sure, characters may come out that are stronger than her, but I doubt the difficulty level of the game will rise to a point where a character like Jingliu or Dan and Hung in the Better Lune or Akron are just going to become irrelevant and unusable. So even with the power creep, I don't
Danger.
think she will become irrelevant, or at least even if she does, it won't be anytime soon, and it will be in the far, far future, if it ever happens. So yeah, power creep is a real thing, but I don't think it'll get so severe where characters like Jingliu, Janhang, IL, or Akaram become completely irrelevant or unusable. The one more thing to consider is the other banner that's gonna be on with Jingliu, and if you're confused about whether you should pull Aventurine or Jingliu, well, that's the simple answer. It basically depends on what you need for your account.
Danger.
If you need a sustain, you get a Venturine. If you want a damage dealer, you get Jingliu. Alright, so here are the key takeaways. Jingliu is very much broken, even at E0, even without her light tone. She is incredibly FTB friendly. She can use the Herda Store light
Danger.
tone and it works very well on her. She is also extremely easy to build considering she only requires 30 to 40% crit rate. Her team comps are also incredibly FTP friendly and are easy to build. So yeah, in conclusion, as I said at the beginning of the video, I think she is definitely worth pulling for. And I doubt she will get our creep into irrelevancy anytime soon. Even if stronger characters do come out, I'm pretty sure the level of difficulty for an endgame will not increase to the point where Jingliu
Danger.
becomes unplayable. Well, hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, and also subscribe for more videos like this. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. See you all in the next one.